We're starting a new chapter now in our AutoCAD Essential Training course, and we're going to be taking a look now at how we draw accurately. AutoCAD has many tools that allow you to be precise and accurate with all of your drafting that you do in your AutoCAD drawings. Now, in order to do that, we've given you a nice blank drawing to work with here, and the drawing is called drawingaccurately.dwg. As usual, you can download it from the library to follow along with the videos. When you get the drawing open, as usual, make sure you're in the Model tab. Check that on the bottom left of your AutoCAD screen. We're on the Home tab on the ribbon. If you go to your Layers panel and click on the Layer drop-down, you'll see there's two layers, Zero and Objects. Just make sure you're on the Objects layer, like so. Now, what we're going to do in this particular video is take a look at how Grid and Snap work within the AutoCAD interface. Now, these are controlled down on the status bar. Now, you'll notice you can see a grid when you open up this particular file. Now, if I come down here, you can see that grid is currently on the status bar, display drawing grid. Now, we also want to make sure that snap mode is on as well, so that we can snap to that grid. Right click over either of these two icons and go to either grid settings or snap settings, and it'll open up in the snap and grid tab in the drafting settings dialog box. Now, you want to make sure that snap is on. As you can see, it's ticked. Grid is on and ticked. You also want to make sure that snap X and snap Y are set to 50. And you also want to make sure that grid X and grid Y are set to 50. Set a major line every 10 there, like so. So we've got every 10, there's a major line shown on the grid. That will give us these grid squares that you can see. The grid snap will be set to rectangular snap. Don't change that at all. And make sure that equal X and Y spacing is ticked as well, so that everything is equal in the X and Y directions. Click on OK. So now, can you see the grid has updated slightly because we've set a major line every 10 little boxes. So if I zoom in on that grid now, can you see we've got a major line every 10 squares on the grid. We're now going to do some drafting and snapping to that grid. So what I'd like you to do down on the status bar, turn off your polar tracking, turn off here your object snap tracking and your object snaps. You don't need them anymore because you're going to be snapping to the grid. Ideally, you want to be able to see one of the main grid squares. Can you see that there with the little 10 boxes going along? Now, just get in nice and tight on that. Make sure you're on the objects layer and go to the line command on the draw panel on the home tab on the ribbon. And you'll see now that as you start moving around, can you see the crosshair is snapping to the grid? How neat is that? It's really useful, isn't it? So I can click here like so. And as I come along each of these, they're 50 long. Set to those increments that we specified in the drafting settings for the grid and the snap. And as you move along, if I do 5 of those, you can see each one of those, 5 of those, 5 times 50, 250. Click there. If I move up 3, that takes me to 150. Move across again until I'm lined up with where I started. And I can still right click and use close on the shortcut menu to close that out. That's how quick and easy it is to use grid and snap. As long as you've got your parameters set up the way you want them, really easy to work with. Something else, if you're doing regular shapes, say, I don't know, teeth in a gear or a bearing or something similar, you can go back to the line command again here. And what I'll do now is I'll come in here, click there, go up, come down diagonally. And can you see I can create some teeth perhaps for a gear or a bearing? Like so. It's that quick and it's that easy. I'll just right click and select enter there to finish the line command. That's how quick and easy it is to use grid and snap to draft accurately in AutoCAD.